Alright, so, AC Valhalla. I have about 267 hours and 30 minutes into this game. These are my thoughts on it so far. Is it worth getting? For $20? Sure. But if you have a choice, buy Odyssey first, buy Origins first. Actually, if you're going to play it, go Origins, then Odyssey. This, definitely a step back. Definitely a step back. Now, I'm going to go over everything. So, it's like they tried to throw a whole bunch of stuff in here at once. In your hometown here, there's a thing called river raiding, which will net you can get some armor. Unfortunately, the river raiding, the load time is horrendous. Literally, I timed it, and it's like 10 minutes to get there and back. So it's like 10 minutes every time you do this raid. And in the beginning, you can only do so much. You can only get so much of. Let's bring my inventory up here. This foreign supplies, and you have to upgrade your ship. And at the worst part, you only get 400. So, which basically means you're going to do at least, in order to do all the trips, upgrade your ship, upgrade your settlement for the mercenaries. I forgot exactly how many trips I did, but I think I did like 10 or 12 in order to get everything. Because once you're full, once you load up, once you've got your max, there's no reason you need to leave, empty it, save it, and then go back. So, let's say you could do it in 10 trips, that's an hour and 40 minutes spent in load time. An hour and 40 minutes. That's completely unacceptable. The other mini quest that they do is when you get to a certain point, all of a sudden you see this. It is kind of cool. A cool meteor crashes down. You go talk, and it's a lady, and she's talking about, oh, these mastery challenges, and here you got to go and do this, and you got to do this, and well, you think, okay, I could do mastery challenges, but when you go into the trials, you can't use your own armor, you can't use your own, your favorite, what you like to use as weapons. They make you use their armor, their weapons, and it can be extremely frustrating, and each one is a little bit different. And if you don't get it perfectly, one of the achievements is you got to get 100, master, the gold on all the trials. And each trial is a little different. I didn't even. So that's like, whatever. Main storyline. I've been advancing. I've done all this. These are all allies. Now I'm working my way up here. I've got 2 more allies. Main storyline is interesting and definitely fun. You got Rabbi, which will give you those little mini quests to, hey, every day they do a little different thing and you got to go flip it out. For the setup. This right here is Carnstones, which kind of a different idea that, hey, let's stack stones. The only problem is, in the beginning, they're very, very easy. And then you get the ones like this, and it's like, what the you can get frustrated trying to get these things stacked up. What I recommend is you get to a certain point and then you exit out, save the game, go back in. So if you screw up, you don't have to restack from the beginning if you got like 3 already up in a good location. Chests. Chests get really friggin' tedious. There's not much in the bloody chests. In the beginning, all you're getting when you open a chest is you get leather and you get iron. That's it. Then you can find fabric, then you can get titanium, the rare ones, tungsten, excuse me, nickel, carbon, and every once in a while you'll get some ruins. That's it. That's all you get. Now, I don't know if my game is glitched, and I really haven't done much. I mean, it is glitchy. I've got a couple of them. If you move the joystick in a wrong way, like you're running and you hit your triangle, I haven't quite figured out what causes it, but it's almost like when you're like starting to move and then you move backwards and hit your triangle, like say there's like arrows and you're running towards the arrows and hitting your triangle to try to pick the arrows up. It sometimes will catapult you into the air and you'll fly across this map. Once, okay, it's happened to me 4 or 5 times now. I've got a couple videos up on it where I'm flying across the map and then you just get to a certain point and you die. It actually, 5 times. I think I've got 4 videos with me in this, and then once on the friggin' river raid. Oh, and that's another thing. I forgot to mention about the river raid. Once you start the river raid, you need to complete it. Because if you don't, if for some reason you lose power, or say a glitch happens that shoots you in the air and you die, your entire progress is lost. Everything that you've gotten. It happened. I had like one more chest to get. I had armor and stuff and a map and other stuff on it, and it glitched and I died and I lost it all and I had to redo it. And then another time I did it and it shot me between the walls. Literally, I was inside the walls of a castle. Couldn't get out. Oh God. It's got the avenge. You know, other player dies, you find him, you can avenge him. Well, there's a inventory skill where you can like load the, booby trap a body. But the thing is, if another one of the bad guys comes along and sets out the booby trap, it blows the body up. And then what happens if you do you're trying to avenge somebody with a booby-trapped body that's been blown up, guess what? You can't avenge them at all. Because the body's not there. You can't verify it. So that's kind of a glitchy thing. And then I did one. Oh, sorry. I forgot where I was. It was just some cave. It was like a witch's thing. And there were boars on one side, chickens on the other, and sorry other player, but somehow he died from the chickens. I don't know how he did it, but he died. He actually died from the chickens. I could see the boars, but chickens? So I went to avenge him thinking, oh, it's the boars. No, it was the chickens. There was 2 of them. It had the little arrows on it, but it wouldn't let me verify it. I don't think they ever expected somebody to die from chickens. So that was a glitch. So yeah, there are some things that definitely. Now it does get tedious. I mean, like here, this is going to be because of the area and power, The only problem is when you get to a certain point, let's go into inventory. Armor. Now you see how it says the white, it's lit up, it says increase armor. Let's switch to the hidden one's cloak. See how it's not lit up? You need to have at least 2 items, be wearing 2 items in order for that to light up. Okay. Otherwise, you don't get it. And that's it. You have no... Unlike Odyssey, you can't add things in and make your armor or weapons the way you want, you know, to add things. Like Odyssey, you could make your bow and you could add a fire setup on it and make it a fire bow, which was awesome. But you can't do that here. You can only add ruins. You start out with 1, and as you get up to Mythic, you can add 3, as you can see. So basically, you can you can mix match. I basically like to go with Raven because, you know, lower your health, increases your armor, and then add some assassination damage. It's actually very helpful. Weapon-wise, let's go by categories. I have tried every single weapon there is. I was hoping, I actually boosted this up to here because I was hoping with the mini game with the mastery level one, that the ones that I did, but I did this before I realized, nope, it don't matter. It's automatically, it's whatever, they just give you the armor and whatever's in it. I've tried all these weapons. I mean, depending on your play style, you know, you may like shields. I don't like shields. They give you a lot of friggin' shields. Pros and cons. I guess it all depends on your play style. So, weapons aren't bad. It's like I said, whatever your play style is. We're going to go into skills. Now, once you get to a certain point, I'm going to talk about this real quick. So it says melee, assassination, ability. Well, once you get to a certain point, see this melee damage? It says 151. That's as high as you're going. Once you max this out on these ranged ones, and here, we're going to do this really quick. Let's just take everything off. We'll leave the weapons. We're just going to take the armor off right now. See these melee range? These are the max. This is as far as you're going. Melee damage 120 ranged. That's as far as you can do. Even on the stun here. Okay. Even if... See, this ability damage is 100. Now, I don't have a point to put in or else I would show you. But here's the kicker. Once you max that out... Once you max that out... Is this ability... Let's say I was to say, oh, I'm going to pick this, right? It doesn't matter. Once you've maxed it out, you can put points in here and it doesn't increase it at all. So that's kind of like, whatever. Now, you do have a quick, which for meditate, fishing is not that bad. You know, call long ship, which I don't need. Use the horn, torch, which definitely use that a lot, and then put your cloak on. Now you can just push on your D directional, call your mount, and then you sit there and hold it, and it'll automatically mount it. So that's not bad. You push up,
go.
It gives you your bird. You push down, it gives you this. If you push to the right, absolutely nothing. They could have used that right button. Here's the predator bow. Let's say I want to go to my hunter. I need to go into inventory. Go down here. Find the hunter, click on it. Exit out, and now I've got my hunter bow. You're going to find, I think most people are going to be switching back and forth. You got 3 bows: hunter, predator, and light. Shoot, that's not the one I'm using, that's the one I'm using. The only time I actually use the light bow is when I'm fighting bosses, elites, legendary animals, the heavy duty ones. Because restore a low amount of health for each critical hit. Increase critical chance. Increase the critical chance, you can increase your health, so it helps. But in order to switch back and forth, like I said, you gotta go into your friggin' inventory. If they had made the right direction, let's bring it up and then just move it, switch to your bows, that would have made it so much smoother. Now, we talked about inventory, we talked about skills. I'm going to talk about abilities. They give you a lot of different abilities. You can scam out the 4. Whatever you like. But primarily with bow, you're going to use ranged fire strike, ranged poison strike, incendiary, which allows you to blow things up, especially walls. And depending on, this one's kind of fun, but you don't get points. You can set it, and even if you make them go berserk and one of the enemies kills the other one, you don't get no points. So you don't. If you find it right away, don't use it in the beginning because you want the points to level up. Poisonous powder trap is pretty cool, and then the ranged poison strike. Now I use that a lot. I like to poison them. You can get like a couple. You can hit it, shoot one guy, and you can almost take out an entire camp. It's pretty easy, especially if you're trying to be sneaky. There's only one drawback. Now ranged, you got the setup. But, here we go, I'm going to switch to, if you want to go long distance, you want to head back, and you want to snipe these guys from a distance where you're really safe, you're going to use the predator bow. Let's say you're going to poison, right? You see, but dude, you lose your line of sight. You can't see anything with that going. It's like, what the heck? All you're going to get is like a little red dot. So you got to kind of go like this, and hopefully when the red dot lines up, you hit the trigger. It's stupid. The fire is perfect. You can use this and light them up on fire with no problems. Same thing with incendiary, and darn it, hold on. Alright. Come on, stop going. Alright. Now this one is... Oh shoot! Darn it, wrong one. Everybody's running. Come on, hurry up. Okay. This is the poison. Where you shoot the arrow. See how it does that? And I'm out of adrenaline. But you see, that's a trap. So if the bad guy walks by, sets that off and does a poison cloud. But if you use regular poison, forget it. It's So that's something that they could have done a little bit differently, but they didn't. There, let's switch back to Hunter. And then, this. Seriously? Hold on, let me go back to inventory. Who really thought it was a good idea to have friggin' floating paper and having to chase after the darn things? You know, AC3, I believe it was. I hated that so much with a passion. It was a pain in the ass. This, granted, it's not as bad, but still, I don't know too many people that really enjoyed having to chase friggin' floating papers, trying to friggin' catch up to the stupid things before they disappear. So, and then there's this. This is England. As far as I can tell here, that's it. Valhalla does not seem as big as Odyssey. Odyssey seemed a lot bigger. It was spread out more. You had more places. You've got Norway, but Norway's really freaking small too. They got the DLCs, which I have not gotten yet. I won't get a DLC until I pretty much almost finish the main game. So, let's talk about the order. Follows about the Central General. Same thing on this. You're gonna have guys, you know, running around. You can kill them, get clues. Places you go, you'll find clues. Read the hints. So if I go to the old Roman temple, I'm not even trying to say that stupid city name. Maybe I'll find another clue, and then I'll be able to open this up. So it's kind of this is not too bad. Codex, of course, gives you tutorials, everything you learn, database, world and people. Which some people, you know, I try to read, you know, give you a little bit of everything. So let's see, we talked about abilities, we talked about skills, we've done the inventory aspect of it. Oh, and that's another thing. Some of these things are almost... I've been roaming around. Like, you want to try... You know, you get trade goods, do not sell them. Hold on to them. You're going to want at least 20 to 30 different trade goods, because you're going to run into things in your settlement, especially with the fish. You're going to run into... Oh, you need to make an offering, 10 fish, or 10 viper eggs, or 10 deer antlers, and all this other stuff. So you want to keep at least 20 to 30 of each thing. But black bears, you know, there's this one thing with black bears and dog fangs. And it was reindeer, but I found this great spot. I actually made a video that's this great spot to hunt reindeer, and you're going to get reindeer, viper eggs. But black bears, I've been everywhere. There's only one. There was like 2 black bears. Oh, shoot. Now I forgot where it was. Oh, geez. Where the hell was it? So one of these rivers... I think, if I remember correctly, it's like right here. There's like 2 black bears here. I killed them. I went over to the Abbey, meditated for 5 days, went back, and they didn't reappear. So it's like, what the frick? Tried it again. I was like, it's just a real pain in the ass. And then the dog fangs. Dude, I shoot every single dog that I've gotten. I've only gotten like 4 dog fangs. That's it. So they make it extremely hard Maybe, I mean, maybe in this area, maybe there's black bears in here. I have to, I'm gonna have to go up and explore this area here. Maybe I'll find some black bears in this area. But I mean, I've gone from coast to coast riding my horse, not fast traveling, literally, like starting here, going up here, and then going straight across, and then stopping every little bit, running the bird, and seeing, doing the scope. Oh, and that's another thing. I need to talk about that.
Lead me. Be my eyes.
Okay, opal. Okay, you see this? Leather. That's all it's telling you is it's leather. Okay, what is it? Is it a wolf? Is it a deer? Is it a bear? Is it a pig? You don't know what kind of friggin' animal it is. At all. So trying, if you're specifically trying to hunt, pig, you can hear it. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hear it all the time. Alright, so that's a pig. So if it's out in the open, you can kind of get a general feel, and you can kind of see, well, why couldn't they friggin' just go, okay, instead of going leather, give it a picture of a pig's face. So you know, hey, that's a pig. That's a wolf. That's a bear. That's a deer. So hunting-wise, you know what? It's a crapshoot. Unless you can get your bird close enough. And as you can see a good distance here, but like I said, so that's kind of frustrating too. I don't understand why they couldn't have done that. So you might as well, you know, it's like, because like I said, there are some things that you need, like the black bears. There's brown bears. I mean, you do need boar tusks. You do need wolf fangs. But you come up, it's like, okay, what is it? What can it be? Alright, what's that? So it's like, alright, let me head there. Could that be a bear? Could that be a deer? You don't know, so you're gonna have to waste a little bit of time trying to fly over here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over here, okay. I'm gonna haphazard a guess that it's probably deer. That many. Because you don't get that many black bears. Oh no, those are all wolves. That's an awful lot of wolves. Okay, well I found a wolf hunting spot. That's cool. Oh shoot. I don't know where the hell I'm at now. can do is I can mark that. Mark that. And we'll exit out. That's an awful lot of wolves. Wow! I've never seen that many wolves in one spot. So there's a nice wolf hunting spot. Let's bring the map up. We should be able to tell where we marked it here. Where the frick are my markers? What the heck? It didn't even mark it. See, sometimes it does that. It's like, what the heck? Alright, so let's end it. Overall, is the game worth getting? $20, yeah. But if you have a choice, if you're looking to buy, get Origins or Odyssey. I would start with Origins. Origins is fun. Do Origins, then Odyssey, and then when the price drops down, pick this up. This is definitely a step down. They definitely stepped this game down. This is not as good as it was. Still kind of fun. It will get a little tedious. I figure, I mean, I'm at this point, I'm like, whatever. I'll probably just clear out the mysteries, go for some of the achievements, and some of them I won't even bother with. I won't get 100% completion on this. I'm not going to bother with this mastery crap. That's a joke as far as I'm concerned. I don't like it. I'll finish the main storyline, hunt down the rest of the order, and then I'll be done. So whether or not I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to get the DLC for this one. I'm really kind of like floating on that. So simply because, like I said, it's like We'll see how it goes. All right, so there we go. This is my impression of AC Valhalla. It's okay. I wouldn't call it a top-rated game. It's worth $20 in my opinion. Especially with all the flaws that it has. The things they could have done to make it a lot better. Maybe increase the map a little bit. But that's all there is to it. Alright, let's get it up.